Yesterday, someone here was it watching Cristiano Ronaldo and it was successful. Say less, Alpha.
A successful eight watch from an eight watcher. So it was a successful mission. You know, when they send you in a mission, you accomplish the mission, you have to be happy. So I predicted it. They are going to play draw, and Ronaldo is not going to score. So everything went as planned. That's a successful business. That's the nice doing business with Congo. On to the next.
So what's your take on the game? Your general analysis on the game, Portugal and
Okay,
DRC.
okay. Let me talk from my own perspective. Now I don't want to be an hater to Portugal, but you guys can see me as one. I don't care, bro. So I see the team as a solid squad, regardless of their result yesterday. They are solid. But I think the problem they have is the coach. The coach does not have the balls to make some decisions, some critical decisions. Because at the end of the day, if you watch their team, those guys have young players, even though some are old, but some hungry players among them. But they have one obstacle, which is their striker, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not the problem, but I feel like the team is not ready to fight for him. The team is not ready to die for him. So everybody just want to shine. They want to play individually. So they don't see him as like they don't see that World Cup hunger that Argentina have. I don't think they have it in their camp. Everything they are doing, everybody just want to do it for himself. So we saw Argentina match. We saw what Messi did. We all know Messi could not press. You can't see Messi running around searching for ball. All Messi does is just stay in one place. But once the ball gets to Messi, you know what he's going to do with the ball. But Portugals are not ready to do that. I don't know, maybe because Ronaldo is the striker. But if I'm the coach of Portugal, I feel like he should start Gonzalo Ramos or he played first nine. If he's not like if you don't have that confidence on Gonzalo Ramos. But once you get to 70, 60 minutes, you can bring Ronaldo in. Ronaldo will be like a joker to that team. Like whenever he's coming in, regardless of the results, opponent will be scared. Oh, bro, this man is coming in. We know what he can do. By then, the opponent, like the opposition team, might have like run out of gas. So Ronaldo will bring his own energy then to that team, and it will help them a lot. But if he decides to play a 41 years old striker for 90 minutes because he's the greatest goal scorer of all time according to them, if they want to play for 90 minutes, bro, teams will get ready. They will prepare for them because they know all you have to do is just touch the ball. Once they mark him, it's over. Once they station just one defender, solid defender, it's finished. So I feel like the coach should just make the decision and do the right thing. And if he's ready to win the World Cup, he needs to sacrifice for the team. So that's just it.
Mula, do you agree with that?
Yes. To a very large extent, if not completely, I totally agree with that. Um, I don't also think Ronaldo is, in quotes, the problem of the Portuguese team. He doesn't seem to be the problem. I think it's just a pattern problem that they have, you know. And for me, I would say I think the team is trying to. I don't want to believe they're trying to mirror the Argentine squad by trying to play or center the football team around Messi, you know. But I think they're also trying to play their football and center it around Ronaldo. And Ronaldo is not a player that has a lot of time on the ball. Do you understand? So you cannot center your football around somebody who has little or no time on the ball. You understand? And on the other hand, you have a very creative player in the person of Bruno Fernandes in the team. And if you should have somebody you want to center your football around, it has to be Bruno Fernandes and not Ronaldo. Ronaldo's football now is older, is heavily dependent on the service he gets. Do you understand? It's not like Messi that can always drop back, or even when he gets the ball, he can also detect the gameplay and all. No, Ronaldo's football now is heavily dependent on service to him. If he does not get service, he will not be a or an important player on the team. So I think the coach has to go back to the drawing board and try to tweak some things in the team and let the team play as a team now. Do you understand? And if you must center your football around any other person, it should be on Bruno Fernandes because we all know what he can do. Watch the Premier League, you know how efficient he can be on the ball. You know, Ronaldo can always make those runs, pull out defenders for other people to play, you know. There's a better way I believe the Portuguese team can approach their playing style rather than having to always want to get the ball and find Ronaldo. You know, because when you have a myopic attitude towards the way you play as a team, if it doesn't work out, everything becomes fun to see. And I believe that's why the Portuguese team who are playing a bit out of the way they play normally. Because that squad is a very good squad, if you ask me. Their squad depth is very, very good. On paper, they are one of the best teams in the World Cup, but we could not see it happen on the field of play yesterday. So they should be able to tweak some things, and I believe the team can always kick in. You know, and kudos to Congo too yesterday for giving us a very good defensive approach to the game. You know, and good riddance to them. They were able to get a goal at the end of it all, ended as a 1-1. But the coach is the problem. If you ask me, for the Portuguese team, the coach is the problem. He needs to get things right, get it right on time. This is the group stage. You don't want to be losing points early. You understand? Then having to start scrambling for points towards the end when the group's already taking shape. You know, you need to get as much points as you can get on time, so you can rest some players that you want to rest. You can also decide to do some other things with the team. So not to take too much time. I think that's what it is. The coach needs to do some things and make the team play a bit better.
Yeah. The facilitator.
It was not a great game to watch for uh, Ronaldo fans, I would say. But ultimately, I think that the coach, needs to do better in the way he approaches the game. You can tell the team, right, or the squad is filled with individual brilliance, but there's something not clicking in terms of how they play as a team, right? And I'd just like to draw an inference quickly as to why I think maybe we might have the coach exactly might have a hand in it because Roberto Martinez was also the person who handled Belgium's golden generation, right? The likes of Lukaku in their prime, KDB in their prime. Nothing to show for it, literally, right? There was always one full performance after the other. And there were matches where they were always winning by a landslide, but when it matters the most, they always came up short. And also, I think that the players in the squad, right, there's just something about them. I think, always want to maybe go for glory. Maybe it's a situation of approach to them. I don't know, because how would you have one of the most prolific goal scorers on the pitch and you're not playing to his strength, right? You're not playing to him. I mean, no matter how bad Ronaldo, people might think he is now, he still has that prowess in front of goal, right? I mean, given 10 chances, you can beat your chest that is going to convert 7 out of those 10, even, at this late age of this. But I mean, again, I don't think it's done. They have enough time to recover. I mean, just 4 years, a little over 4 years ago, Argentina also lost their opening, or maybe they didn't exactly. Portugal they didn't lose the game, right? It's a draw, but it was not a good result for them based on the quality we know they possess. But it was worse for Argentina. They lost their opening match to Saudi, and then after that they went on straight to win the competition. I mean, I'm not saying that would be the same situation for Portugal, but who knows? it could just be a defining moment for them to wake up, to get their acts right. Because again, their quality is undeniable, right? Bruno Fernandes, the best chance creator in the EPL. All of that uh, ability couldn't have just been out of the window, right? So there's just something the coach has to work on. So I think I saw a stat about how poor Fernando Silva was on the right hand side. I think that just maybe he does not have that ability to be a winger anymore. Because again, he's also old. At the time at City, it was the latter stage of his career at City. He deviated from playing on the wing, was integrated much more into the midfield. I think perhaps the only position we didn't see him featuring was the competition against the Roma. I'm sure Pep had his way. We probably have featured Bernardo Silva in that position as well. But I think the coach just needs to be a little bit more, in his approach, because their midfield trio, Vitinha, Del Neves, and Fernandez, right? It's so solid that you cannot be outperformed by Congolese team, right? Congo had much more attack shots than Portugal team. Like, how is that happening? Much more shots on target than the Portuguese team. How? Expected goals, expected assists. Like, how are those statistics in favor of Congo? I honestly can't understand it, but I think there's only one man to point the finger at, and I think it will ultimately just be the coach. And I hope in the next round of fixtures, he would tweak and change some things, and the tide would, move in favor of Portuguese team this time around.
Okay. Well, for me, I just think the whole team needs to step up, not just the coach. Well, it's easy to put it on the coach, but I just think the whole team needs to step up and put up the fighting spirit. Like yesterday, they made it easy for Congo to defend against them. Though I agree to some extent that the coach needs to do better, because doubling Ronaldo earlier with Gonzalo Ramos would have been a better option, because putting him there and putting crosses will make it difficult for them to defend against. And also the likes of Bruno and Bernardo Silva and the Coles in the midfield, I don't think they always come to the party when they are playing for England. So every one of them needs to step up when playing for the national team. After that game, we saw the Three Lions play